I set out on a narrow way many years ago, hoping I would find true love along the broken road. But I got lost a time or two, wiped my brow and kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. Marry me today and every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will. 'Cause God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid? Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you?
Everybody, welcome to the wedding of Christopher Grubbs and Casey Show. My future brother-in-law, my sister. I'm going to try and fight back tears as well as I go through this. So yeah, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm very, very humbled to be able to stand up here and officiate this wedding. Yeah, just watching them grow closer to each other. And it's just been encouraging. It's been a joy to watch. Grace, when you first came into my life, you pulled up in your Mustang, and I was a little thrown off because it was a white guy getting out of the car. Casey had never dated any white guys up to that point. And Chris will tell you that he didn't necessarily, he wasn't the most fond of me when he first met me. I don't really blame him. You know, I was never a huge fan of people with Mustangs anyways. So yeah, I know my favorite thing about you guys is just how you are able to just love your immediate families. I feel like every time I'm watching Cosmo, it's because you guys are heading out to see your mom and dad and making that 2-day trip, that 1-day trip, and then turning and coming back. And it's just really awesome to see that love, because that's what is happening here today. So Casey, you never really entered into my life. I entered into yours. And but yeah, I honestly struggled with just like what to write here, because you're my sister, and I was just thinking about Dad, obviously, and he used to always tell me if I would do something said something rude to you, or if I was mean to you, he would talk with me and he would say that I was going to be the best friend for the rest of your life. And it could not be any truer. And so yeah, I just yeah, and then I mean, you have an awesome role model of a mother, and you are becoming an awesome role model yourself. But yeah, we're here to talk about love, and so I got a little bit of scripture. So we'll read through that. In the Word of the New Testament, there were 4 words that translated love. Each of them has a place in your marriage. There is philia, which is friendship or fondness. There is stergo, which is family love, which I already touched on with you guys. There's eros, which is physical or passionate love. We won't touch on that too much. Then there's the word that God used for the love of husband and wife, and that's agape. That's sacrificial love, unselfish love, love which never exercises tyranny of control, but which is ready to sacrifice for her good. That is the love you are to experience together, and it gives meaning to the other kinds of love. A love between Christian man and his Christian wife is unique in all the earth. This love is unselfish. It's more concerned with the pleasing of one's mate than oneself. This love is undivided, loving one another even as one's own self. This love is also unequaled, calling for the leaving of one's father and mother and holding only to one another. Now I'll read from Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 through 12. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. For if either of them falls, the one will lift them up. But woe to the one who falls when there is not another to lift him up. Furthermore, if 2 lie down together, they keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? And if one can overpower him who is alone, two can resist him. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken.
Casey, today I'm happy. Ooh, God. Casey, today I'm happy to say I'm marrying my best friend, my one love, E-Case. This marriage will not be easy, and it won't be perfect, but through it all, I can promise you these things. I promise to forever love you, cherish you, and to always be by your side. I promise to be faithful, and to always treat you with respect, as you deserve. I do promise to mess up, but I promise to learn from my mistakes always. I promise to always have your back, and to always be in your corner, even if you're wrong. I promise to put family first, and to be a role model for our kids like my mom and dad have always been for me. I promise to be a man of God, and to always uphold our faith, even in our most weakest times. I promise to kiss you every morning, and to never go to sleep angry. I promise to always take you on date nights, and help you finish any Bible one. I do promise to be a strong husband, and a caring father, and allow my future kids to become their own person. I promise to be a living example of life, just like your father Kevin was as well. I promise to be there. I promise to be your number 1 fan. I promise to always be patient and to slow down in moments like these to appreciate what God has really blessed us with. I can't promise that I'll always be there for the rest of your life, but I can promise that I'll love you for the rest of mine. I love you.
Christopher Paragraphs. I'm so glad that boy wearing a yellow cutoff t-shirt decided to let himself into my freshman dorm to check out my pet turtle. It was that expression of joy for life and unwavering charisma that truly made me think I should give white guys a chance. Since then, you have not only reassured me of my decision, but you have made me the luckiest woman alive. Growing up, I always heard you end up like one of your parents and marry someone who resembles the other. Let's face it, I'm identical to my mom, so I knew I was bound to marry someone like my dad. And you, Chris, truly embody some of his best qualities. You love to embarrass me. You constantly push me to think through my decisions and stand firm in my beliefs. You always insist on taking a selfie. You don't know a stranger. And most importantly, you show me you love me every single day. As I think back to the past 6 years together, I'm confident that I'm ready to give you my heart, my soul, and my life to grow old together. I promise to kiss you every morning. Apparently we both like to do that. Every morning before we leave for work and every night when we get home. I promise to tell you when I farted, even though it makes no sense to me why you insist on preparing yourself that way. I promise to always listen, especially the days you're worried you're talking too much. I promise to hold your hand every chance I get. I promise to be a quality roommate. I'll even try to put my clothes away. You like that one? I promise to support you in bad times and clap my feet in good times. I promise we will visit every single state and fill our maps, hopefully adding little ones to the pictures along the way. I promise to always challenge you and sometimes tell you that you're right. I promise to always keep our life exciting, whether that means screaming unexpectedly while you're driving or booking a skydiving trip in Greece. But most importantly, I promise to dream with you, to celebrate you, and walk beside you through whatever life brings. I promise to always pursue you, to fight for you, and love you unconditionally and wholehearted for the rest of my life.
You have now pledged your lives to each other. It is only by faithfully fulfilling these vows that you will find true and lasting happiness in your marriage. I charge you to be true to these clear vows in love and commitment. I require that you often walk down memory lane, remember when you met, the years you dated, your first kiss, and the enthusiasm you have for each other here today. Most of all, remember that the vows you have made today have been made unto God as well as to each other. And now to seal your vows and pledges to each other, you have each selected rings. So the ring is a symbol of love you have for each other. Its unending circle represents the eternal quality of your love. As a ceaseless reminder of this hour, and as a seal of the vows you give and receive, you will give and receive these rings, and give witness to the solemn vows you pledge to each other. All right. By the power vested in me from an online website, and I now pronounce you husband and wife. I kiss the bride. Mr. and Mrs. Grubbs.